It's Friday, February 12th, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, Love is in the Air. A couple married more than a decade shares their love story. We give you the inside scoop behind My Blind Valentine. And lovebirds Dyson and Wendy Knight are in the house for a special performance. So let's start this Valentine's morning edition off right. Love is like the wind. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Good morning and welcome to the morning edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And no need to adjust your television set. I'm still Charles Fisher.
Charles, you look rather spiffy this morning. I see you got your bows on, your ties and everything on, your polka dot red. You got the memo this morning.
Special thanks to Linda Sands, Unita Sherman, for dressing me this morning. They said they wanted me to look a little better than you, but you still outdid me this morning. Next year, I'll try to do better. Special thanks. I'm the love bug. I'm feeling love today.
Oh, you're feeling love this
I'm
morning.
feeling love this
That's
morning.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, this morning we also have a cake that was specially made by Lena's from Sweet Treats. She made a cake for us out in the form of a heart.
Heart and
For
strawberries.
Valentine's Day. So we can't wait to.
We're going to cut this up at the end of
the
our show.
And I know traffic, you're going to have some
Yeah. We're
big
going to
things
talk about
going on in
traffic, but you know, yesterday everybody was wondering what were we going to buy you for Valentine's. So Vince gave it to floor director and I. We spent just about all our money. We came up with this nice basket for you, and this is your basket. So you just let the folks.
You want me to open it?
Yeah, just to let folks know. We went overboard for you this year.
I see pennies.
Yeah, we got you some.
I see hot sauce.
We got you. Everything is red. That's
Hot sauce.
We get you red that. We get you some spaghetti.
Old-fashioned spaghetti.
We got you some ramen noodles. We got you, we couldn't get the Easter egg, but we got you some boiled egg and we put your name on it with some initials.
Goodness.
So you know that and then.
Was this you and Gator's idea?
Yeah, and we also got you some money.
Pennies.
Yeah, money here.
Oh my goodness.
Also get you some money. Whatever you buy with that today, it is good.
6 pennies.
Yeah,
so I guess I have to share this with Fern and Keishla. And possibly Lloyd. Probably could get a penny as well.
Just be thankful. You're the first to get your gift.
I'm thankful. I'm sure we are all thankful this morning as we celebrate Valentine's Day, especially for Sunday perhaps. Fisher, spaghetti?
Hot sauce, spaghetti, ramen, and egg.
Spaghetti. It's expired. Spaghetti. So what's coming up in traffic this morning?
Well, we're going to go out to the streets now. I know a lot of persons will be shopping for those last-minute Valentine gifts, and that's where we find our Antoinette Smith. Good morning, Antoinette.
The traffic report is sponsored by Bahamas First. First in insurance. Today, tomorrow.
Good morning, LaDawn, and good morning, Fisher. Your Friday morning traffic report comes to you live from Rosetta Street and Montrose Avenue. Now, I'm not sure if love is already buzzing in the air or if it's just the traffic, but I can tell you that this thoroughway, this roadway is lively with activity, and it's going to be even more lively after afternoon comes on with Valentine's Day shopping set to take place. Now, joining us this morning to give us safety tips as we head into this weekend is Constable Prince Dean of the Royal Bahamas Traffic Division. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Bahamas. Yes, we want to give those persons safety tips while traversing through the streets. So especially in this Palmdale and Rosetta Street area, a lot of persons tend to get distracted. We advise you not to get distracted or rush for that gift you want to buy your girlfriend or your friend. We ask you that to continue to be safe, cautious, courteous to other road users while traversing to the streets of Rosetta Street all over Nassau. I agree that we have some persons who are in a rush for that late Valentine's Day gift. Yes, you are in love, but continue to be safe. I advise you. Pretty much, you can get involved in an accident just getting there rushing, trying to get out this last minute shopping. No need for that. Take your time, arrive safe. All right? It's better to arrive safe than to never arrive.
Okay, so obviously with congestion, there are some do's and don'ts because we tend to get a little crazy on the road. Tell me, what should I absolutely not do heading into this weekend to avoid traffic incidents?
Yes, cell phone use is one of the problems for traffic congestion because a person tends to be on the traffic light with their cell phone in their hand and they're distracted by that cell phone or that call or that text. We advise you to continue to pay attention to the traffic light so that you wouldn't cause anybody else to be congested in the traffic or stuck in the traffic. You don't want to inconvenience any other drivers, all right? So we ask that you pay more attention to your traffic light, the way the traffic is flowing. Especially, don't try to block the junction either. That can cause traffic congestion also. When you see the light is turning amber, you stay in your lane rather than trying to get across to the next side of the street. All right?
All right. Lastly, even though Valentine's is on Sunday, curfew is still at 10. So obviously we have to obey that traffic law. Tell us what we should do.
Yes, I advise persons to always remind yourself that curfew is still at 10 p.m. All right? You don't want to be on the road after 10. So if you have to rush out to get something, get it before that time. Give yourself at least an hour to get home or so. Let's say 9 o'clock is a good time to get home, all right?
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for now. I have no idea why I'm crying on the day of love. Back to you in the studio, Fisher and LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Anthony. Taking a look now, still on the outside. We're in the low 70s. Wind south-southeast 8 miles per hour. In the extended forecast, highs in the low 80s. Nighttime temperatures in the 70s for most part. Back into the 60s late next week.
Let's take a look now at stories making news headlines.
The Prime Minister will open the passport office in Exuma today. The noon grand opening will broadcast live here on the ZNS television network. Meantime, the Prime Minister was in Grand Bahama yesterday to get a first-hand view of the successes and challenges of the public infrastructure on that island. The full-day tour starting in West Grand Bahama, where he and his team toured roadworks and construction projects now underway.
The buildings is new school that's being built as we came out of West, and the new school, the administrative complex. I think the administrative complex is high-end, and those are the type of complexes we need, not just here in Grand Bahama, but the other family islands also. You need to look at Eleuthera, look at Exuma. We need to standardize and have things centralized as opposed to spread all over. It's just some have been moving somewhat slow, but we would have them prepared, at least when we come out of this COVID era.
It's been a long wait, 17 months after Hurricane Dorian, for residents of Abaco still challenged with rebuilding efforts, but the Water and Sewerage Corporation remains on the ground with restorative efforts ongoing, paving the way for residents to advance from staggered water supply to consistent, reliable service.
We have here a solar project in collaboration with Water Mission, who we are very grateful for. Also, Mr. Stephen Knowles will be building a number of buildings on the site to accommodate equipment, generators, etc., etc.
The Cove Atlantis reopened yesterday. Atlantis' managing director Audrey Oswell is optimistic that occupancy levels will only go up from here. Oswell told ZNS News that the response to reopening the Cove was so overwhelming that officials opened the pool for the Super Bowl this past weekend, and it was completely sold out.
We're going to probably achieve an excess of 75% occupancy at Cove this weekend, closer to 80, hovering around 80%, which is really nice for us. And I think also that the reef is going to be opening because there is so much demand. So we're excited about that. And it's also given us the opportunity to bring some of our team members back.
In this month of love, we are getting some sad news this morning. We are learning the passing of softball and basketball player and coach and great educator Charles Chuck Mackie. The former senior master at Aaron Bailey and Sierra Walker and principal at St. John's College passed away late Wednesday night. Chuck was a regular on our Hugh Campbell Championship during my early days at the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Condolences are continuing to pour in from the sports fraternity.
Basketball Federation is deeply saddened by the passing of Charles Chuck Mackie, one of our national coach for many years, a baseball and softball player, and a fine educator. The Federation is well aware of Chuck's requirement of medical confinement and ailing health over the last couple of years. However, the BBF's sense of loss is not diminished. At this time, it is suffice to emphasize that Charles Mackie was an ultimate professional, a contributor to the national development and true friend of sports. His varied contributions to the nation should not be overlooked or ever forgotten.
Taking a look back now at today in Bahamian history, on February 12, 1927, the House of Assembly empowered the governor to enter into a contract with a competent steamship company. This allowed for direct mail passenger and freight service between New York and Nassau. And when we come back, it's all the signs of love. We talk to a couple married more than a decade to find out their secrets, so keep it locked. Relationships can either make or break you or even end up in a long-lasting marriage. So what should you do to keep the fire burning? Well, joining us live this morning to answer all of those questions is relationship expert Grace Plank. Grace, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Thanks, LaDawn.
So talk to me. Tell me a little bit about what is love?
What is love? Love is a feeling that grows between two people, or perhaps more, just to help people to feel as though they are belonging, to help people to feel as though they're cared for, to help them to feel as though they've made a connection with someone that is long-lasting and benefiting them in so many different ways.
And what's the key to actually maintaining a good or a solid relationship?
The biggest key to maintaining a solid relationship is communication. Communication is so important for so many people because no matter what, if we can communicate in a healthy, effective way, then the relationship can last. You can work through anything so long as you're communicating well.
And what should you actually do to ensure that it gets to a long-term commitment or possibly marriage?
You know, there's so many different elements to building a healthy relationship. It's about being able to understand what a healthy relationship is. It's about understanding what each of you need from the other person in order to be happy in the relationship. And it's about being willing and able to meet one another's needs. Love is unconditional, but the relationship is oftentimes very conditional upon having our needs met.
And speaking of needs, what is a man or a woman actually looking for in a mate these days?
You know what? It's not about these days. It's been the same thing for generations. People are looking for caring and love and validation and support and respect. People are looking for their partners to work with them. They're looking for their partners to be partners. For a lot of people, they're looking for that sense of family. They want to know that if I'm going to build a family with you, that this is something that you very much want. People are looking to share interests and share goals. You know, there's so many different things that people need, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't even think about what they need. They kind of go along and they go wherever the relationship takes them. But it's so important to realize that we each have specific needs, and my needs may be different from my partner's needs, and that's okay, so long as we're both willing and able to work to meet the other person's needs.
Grace Plank, thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Edition, and all the best of you as you continue to spread love throughout this country. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
While Valentine's Day falls on a Sunday this year, the morning team tracked down a Christian couple who has been married for a decade now to share with us their love for each other and what kept their marriage going.
He was tall and handsome, and he had these long braids, and he just looked so strong and manly. I just wanted him.
I would say the attraction was physical.
Ole Yinka and Osborne Lockhart have been happily married for nearly 11 years, and today the sparks from the genuine romance is still burning. Osborne says while his wife's physical appearance captured his eyes, it was much more that made him pop the question.
She's very driven, very success-oriented, and that's what I wanted in a wife. Like, I wanted someone that was going to be what a wife's supposed to be, a helpmeet, you know? And that is what she was, and that is the reason I married her.
The Lockharts say putting God first and staying positive has been the secret behind their long and fruitful union.
And I think, you know, those principles is what caused us to be able to keep it together. 10 years was all, you know, a soft bed. No, it wasn't. No, there were some difficulties. There were some hard times, but we knew that we would be in it to win it. We didn't get married to get divorced.
Marriage will be a fight from the beginning to the end. and you grow. Just as anything has growing pains, your marriage is always growing. You're always learning something about the other person because we are constantly changing.
Yes.
So as long as we understand that we have to understand each other and grow with each other and want to know each other, I think that's what's really keeping us.
Through all of the ups and downs in their marriage, the Lockharts say raising their 4 children is one of their biggest blessings.
I told him, I said, you know what you and I do together? We build. We're builders. We could take anything and make something. And so I think it's the partnership, the teamwork that we both bring to the table that has been the greatest blessing. Because out of that, we got these beautiful, amazing children. Out of that, we got, our assets. Out of that, we got businesses.
While the increase in COVID-19 cases and its restrictions may have put a dent in their 10th year anniversary celebrations to Europe last year, the Lockharts say just being alone with each other is enough for them.
You can never stop dating your spouse.
And a date doesn't have to be an expensive date. It doesn't have to be to Sapadilla. Sometimes we date and just go to McDonald's. We just sneak out of the house and leave the children. We go to Dairy Queen and we just drive and we talk about our dreams.
Don't say McDonald's. I want to think I'm cheaper for McDonald's. It ain't me. It's up.
Listen, we just do whatever makes us happy.
Now, while most couples will be enjoying Valentine's together this year, this next story is with a lady who will be celebrating, not so celebrating, but her first Valentine without her husband, who she spent with the last 50 years. You may have known him if you were a regular viewer on the ZNet television network. The singing policeman, Johnson, and his wife. Their story in this.
Our love was meant from God.
It was a relationship that started in 1969, 50 years of marriage. Sadly, the singing policeman, Noel Johnson, passed away late last year, June. Every Valentine from 1998, he would serenade his wife at her workplace, something most persons look forward to, including Leah.
Everywhere coming to the time of our Valentine, people would sit back, or when they meet me, they'll say, Miss Johnson, what you all plan on doing this time? Say they know my husband is full of surprise if he's gonna have a helicopter. So I told them, I don't know about that, but my husband, he is that type of person. He loves what he does.
It seemed like basically the same thing every year. Johnson singing to his wife, but one year was special.
He had the policeman motorcycle escort us from Ministry of Education from Thompson Boulevard straight on Bay Street, and we drove in a convertible low back car, and I was waving and he was waving. I felt like I was a princess and he was my prince, and people were saying they are the couples who always serenade every year.
There were some men who had lots to say.
They say, Miss Johnson, say, what's going on? Say, my husband seems to be so jealous. So they mentioned it to my husband. One day he came home and he told me, say that he met a gentleman and he told him, say, man, say, you making all us jealous. So my husband said, well, y'all do the right thing.
Mrs. Johnson says even though the moment was centered around her, it helped others as well.
People just naturally look forward because there are a lot of people out there are very lonely, and there were times when they don't have that kind of love shown to them. And I always say, my husband was a man who always believed in doing what is right.
And for years, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas covered the Valentine's special couple. And for that, she is grateful.
For every Valentine from the year 1998, my husband would always come to Sadness and perform to me, and just about everybody had known him to be that person who would go all out. He would prepare himself, go to the tailor, get his special suit made. I would go to my dressmaker, and every year it was not an easy task, but because of what we stood for, we would go all out and look the best and do everything that is a person who really, really in love.
February 2020 would be the last time the two would spend together, but not with the usual fanfare.
He still wanted to make some effort to prepare himself for Valentine. But then, because of his health, it never allowed him to do it. So we just had a quiet gathering right here with the children, and they all adore him, and I love him because of what he was to me during his days.
And her advice to married couples on this date?
Honesty is the best policy in any marriage. You have to be honest and respectful to that particular person who you claim to say who is your lover, because it's only love and honesty would carry you straight through. My honey, our love will never die. I love you at the end of time.
On the other side of the break, the inside scoop behind the Z&S Blind Valentine special. So keep it locked.
For the past 2 nights here on the Z&S Network, a special series aired called My Blind Valentine. Our co-host Catherine Gomez lets us in on the idea behind the 2-part series.
As we are in the season of love, My Blind Valentine was created for all of us hopeless romantics out there. It's a show where we put 2 young Bahamians on a blind date, hoping to set them on the path of true love. And if you watch the show, you might have seen that the sparks weren't flying too much between the couple, but at the same time, the show's main purpose was to make people laugh, to make them smile, and to drop some important gems about the Bahamian dating world. I had such a great time working along with the My Blind Valentine team. I mean, they worked so hard to execute the final product. I'm a huge fan of dating shows, so when I got the opportunity to host My Blind Valentine, I was super ecstatic, especially because the show's plot was a new twist on dating. And I know during this COVID environment, a lot of people mightn't be able to celebrate Valentine's Day like they usually may. So I knew this show would just make them happy, make them cheerful, and just bring some flavor and spice to their Valentine's Day week.
Great job. Valentine's Day is a celebration of love around the world, but this year it may be a little different. Italia Hall captures a unique way to celebrate love in this COVID-19 environment.
The COVID-19 pandemic has indeed changed the way we live as human beings in our social life. But with Valentine's Day only a few days away, some couples are doing things a bit differently this year. Creations by Timeless owner and photographer Taquel Major says this year her customers are asking for a different experience.
Yes, indeed they are. 2021 is very personal. We want to provide the ambiance and the excitement of not even just lovers, but the love of family. So we are catering to anyone in this season.
And to stay safe during the pandemic, most of her clients are asking to have photo shoots at their home.
It's been an extension of what was taking place during the pandemic, following protocols, of course, but even now, these still persons who are timid, to come into a closed-in area. We are excited about that because we had several occasions where we would have an entire setup similar to what we have here now, based on their personality and what they want to bring. Very intimate setting, and it's very private and it's very confidential. So that is something that we definitely offer our clients. Lean over some more for me. Yes, whip that hair for me, spin it for me. Yes, beautiful, gorgeous. Very nice. Stick your chest up for me some more. Beautiful. Lean forward into the camera. Very nice. Give me a laugh. Look, you want to look over there? Good job.
And with the annual observance nearing, she says the demand for photos is high.
Valentine's is here right now, but the entire 2021, we are more than ready to take every moment of every occasion of your life. So you want to continue to follow us and pay attention to everything that we have going on because we are ready.
Still to come, how you and your loved one can celebrate Valentine's with a dinner for two.
Celebrating the special day or evening with the one you love would not be complete without a little decor. And for the second Valentine's Day, the Balloon People has transformed blah into something amazing. Owner Cecile Bethel joins us live in studio to tell us all about this year's creation. Cecile, welcome again to the Morning Edition.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, Mr. Fisher. You look so good.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Cecile, so I know last year the color theme was gold and red. Talk to us a little bit about what actually went into transforming the set for us.
You know, as a decorator, one of the things that you always try to do is to bring a little difference every time you have to decorate the same place. And so when we were thinking about what this decor would look like, we thought about, you know, the new balloons that would have come into existence in the last year. And that pattern is what you see here, the ombre pattern. So it moves from the reds to the pinks to the white, and that's what we brought to this year.
Now we see all this ambiance and this love, and I know this took some time.
It did, but it wasn't as long, you know, because believe it or not, it is much more simple than the last year. Because generally what it involves is creating columns and putting those columns together. One of the things that I pride myself on is always getting good education or repeat education, and that is what I did in this instance as well. I continue to learn. I continue to look to see where I can learn from. I learn it, I bring it.
So what has business been like for you, I guess? What have customers been saying to you about your decor in the midst of COVID-19? Are they happy, sad? What's going on?
Let me let you know, though, decor is just one segment of the business that we have. We are the Balloon People. So I do have a retail space. And in that retail space, I provide balloons and balloon supplies for our decorators, particularly decorators, but we have also other persons who would come in. In terms of the decor itself, I've not personally had a lot of decor because, you know, quite a number of the organizations that I would have prepared for, they're not active, they're not really spending a lot of money these times. However, the decorators have been having business, and so they've been coming in. And so I'm enjoying this whole season, actually.
Some of these designs are so unique. We see one in the bar there with a balloon in a balloon and the teddy bear behind Ladon.
Yes. Again, it's important for me to remain fresh, to remain relevant. The teddy bear, the floating teddy bear, is something that's trending and trending tremendously all around the world. And so anytime you come to the Balloon People or you check us, you will see that that's what we are doing. We're looking for the latest trends, and we're bringing them to the country.
Cecile, it's always a pleasure to have you here on the Morning Edition, and best of luck to you and the Balloon People. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much for making us
Appreciate
look good this morning.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much. Valentine's Day is just a few days away, and as you can imagine, dozens of Bahamian men like Fisher will be on the hunt for something sexy and unique for that special lady in their life to wear on the big day. Owner of Aphrodite Novelties Boutique, Raquel Barr, says she has the right gift they should consider.
What I have here on display is a lace teddy. It comes with a matching mask, and we have more of a conservative two-piece PJs. It's velvet, so it's nice and soft on the skin. And then, as you can see here on my Sally, we have more of a peekaboo item, and you can actually get it with the robe if you choose. I encourage the men to do it more. Reason being is because it's not that taboo anymore in Nassau, you know, and you want to explore that side of you because people want to do it. It's just that they're afraid. So if you have a partner that's comfortable enough to explore this option with, I say you should go ahead and do it.
Birthed her novelty business amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and says so far customers have been trickling in. However, she hopes, though, that business would pick up not just on Valentine's Day, but on special occasions.
We started September of last year, and business has been going really good. The thing is, it kind of surprised me that the toys were the first set of things to go as opposed to the lingerie, but now we're getting more requests for lingerie because I guess it's Valentine's Day and people have anniversaries and birthdays coming up. So everybody wants to be ready for that.
With Valentine's Day on Sunday, perhaps a romantic dinner is what you were hoping for. But given the current challenges linked to the pandemic, many will have to resort to that special dinner at home. Italia Hall from our Northern Service tells us how you can celebrate with a dinner for two.
Show me love, treat it like we freaking on a weekend. Show me love, I eat up the seconds, times, and reasons for your love. This is not the season for nobody else but us. I always get wrapped up in you, baby. I'm in love. We gon' get this love.
It is called A Table for Two, a mobile catering company. The owners, Andre Coakley and Lydia Cooper, say it's all about having a fine dining experience at home. Cooper says Coakley, a certified chef, prepares the meal. The idea came about last year, April, during the pandemic when restaurants were closed.
And my significant other, who's also my partner, Andre, his birthday was approaching and I needed to find a very creative way to make his birthday special. So what I decided to do was to create a table for two for him in his backyard and at his balcony. So it was such a special moment, and I just thought that all couples should experience something like that without having to leave their home.
What we have here is a Moroccan spiced rice. It has onions, garlic, tomatoes, green beans, mushrooms, and a Moroccan spice. Here we have our green beans sauteed down with some nice lemon juice and salt. Right here we have our tomato basil chicken in a cream and basil sauce.
Cooper says it was important for them to create an opportunity for themselves.
So I've had to find creative ways and innovative ways to make the ends meet in my home and to satisfy my financial needs. So I just found a way where something was missing and I wanted to fill that void, and that's how we just decided to make this business a success. So far it's been good. We've gotten a very good response from the public, and I'm just so excited about that because when I first started I was like, how will people respond to us seeing that we are young and we're up and coming entrepreneurs? But I am just so happy that persons believed in us and decided to support us regardless of what it is.
She says they also offer other services like bedroom setups and cooking classes. And with Valentine's Day approaching, she says there are still some spots available.
I am feeling very positive about what the rest of the year has to offer for us. And like I said, I'm just so excited about the support that we've been getting thus far. So I am very optimistic about what's going to happen in the near future. And I'm so happy that even in smaller ways, we found alternatives of how to expand our business, even in the midst of a pandemic.
And that's the Dinner for Two experience.
Show me love like we never done it. Yeah, I got you running.
After the break, some unique Valentine ideas for those thinking outside of the box. So keep it locked.
Well, Ladonna's already gotten her perfect gift, but what would you consider the perfect V-Day gift? Some say roses, some say jewelry, some say cologne. But as one environmental organization tells us this morning, the best gifts apparently comes from the depths of the heart on the ocean. Here's Anthony Smith.
Diamonds are forever, but apparently the best treasures are beneath the sea. And no, we're not talking about pearls, but in fact about corals.
So it's a true sign of your eternal love to adopt a coral.
Just right in time for Valentine's Day. It's all a part of Reef's effort to spread the love to apparently both the environment and your soulmate.
We have an opportunity out at the Brief Coral Reef Sculpture Garden for people to put their name on some of the corals that were growing on the coral nursery trees and then outplant them out to the natural reef to restore the reefs in adjacent areas.
While flowers, chocolates, and special trinkets are the usual gift of choice, waste from their packaging often ends up discarded to the environment. But adopting a reef, reef officials say, provides an opportunity to shop local and keep sustainability in mind as well.
Things that we're concerned about is packaging and unnecessary plastic junk that just ends up in the landfill or gets washed into the ocean. There's a lot of waste out there, and we want to make sure that we can provide a really cool gift that has no waste.
And if you wanted to visit your aptly named reef, Reef's Coral Garden is just a few miles offshore Clifton Heritage Park, a fitting spot for a gift which just may last a lifetime.
Coral reefs are some of the oldest living structures on the planet. You can actually see them from space, and some of the reefs that we have in the Bahamas are tens of thousands of years old. So this really is contributing to something that will hopefully last forever. It's a sign of your undying love.
So, diamonds or coral? Well, you decide.
If you have not found the perfect gift for the one you love for Valentine's Day, Reminiscent Moments is here to help. Here's Lloyd Allen.
Well, of course, you're aware that Valentine's Day is approaching. Well, we're speaking today with one of the entrepreneurs at Reminiscent Moments. They specialize in live casting. And to help us understand is Christina the Norm.
Well, Lloyd, live casting, as we talked about earlier, is actually an art form where we create 3D replicas of human body parts, hands, face, feet. But I specialize mostly in couples and babies.
We're actually going to be walking through this whole process.
Okay, so to begin the process, we actually have two mixing processes. One where I'll be mixing the molding powder to create the mold of the hands of my lovely couples that I'll be using. I've already pre-measured my water, the amount of water that I'll be using, and then I'll be pouring this. It might get a little bit messy.
So how long does this part of the process take?
This part, less than 10 minutes. This is a mixing process.
All right, so of course this is our couple here. And again, they've been married for about 8 months. They said they got married in the midst of COVID. Well, hats off to you guys for doing such. But again, you're here to symbolize an important moment in your marriage. So Christina's going to guide you from this point.
So we're going to do what we did again, just dip it in. We want to get it in there as fast as possible. Make sure the rings. Yes. So you're going to dip in, go all the way down. The hands touch the bottom. Are your hands touching the bottom? No. Let it touch. Okay. And then pull it back up. Just pull it up some. And then dip back in. Make sure your hands aren't touching any of the sides of the bucket and not touching the bottom as well. It's hard in. Very cured. So now we're going to take your hands out, but one at a time. So our couple, Stefan and Shaquelle Evans, they're out of the mold now. How was the process for you guys?
It was kind of weird. It just feels like jello.
Yeah, it was cold. I don't know if that's normal, but I didn't really feel when it hardened until you like press down on it. I didn't even notice, so nice and easy.
So you wasn't scared? You didn't think you was gonna get stuck? No. Okay, awesome, great. But thank you guys so much.
So of course our couple is all gone now. This is what's left, and so that's one of what they did. Part two is actually creating a mold that's poured, liquid rather is poured in there to create a mold. And of course that's been a quick look at live casting. Any final words?
Yes, so if anybody's interested in actually memorializing their love, live casting is a great thing to do. And remember, it's not just restricted for couples. Baby casting is available as well, where you cast the hands and the feet of the babies, and you could cherish those when your child is all grown, you know, and they could even look back at it too, you know. If you have a mother, you could sculpt your mother's hand just to have a piece to remember her by, friends, families. It's great for all ages, actually. So that's the great thing about it.
And even co-anchors. LaDonna Fisher, back to you.
Well, we're in the home stretch. When we return, we come close with some special Valentine's entertainment. Don't want to miss it. I'm enjoying the show this morning. It's a really good show about love. I'm
Time
feeling
surely
the
goes
love.
by fast when you're having fun. That hour went by pretty quick, and we're going to get into some fun right now with some good entertainment.
Well, you know, it was always Entertainment Friday, and it's time to get those dancing shoes on. We have a special lovers couple in the house, Dyson and Wendy Knight. Our Antoinette Smith is standing by with the lovely couple. Good morning, Antoinette.
All right, Fisher Dawn, just a quick wardrobe change before our entertainment segment of the day. But our guests today are bonded by both love and music. We have a special treat for all our viewers at home. Welcome to the morning edition, Wendy and Dyson Knight.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Now, this is the month of love, so obviously you guys are celebrating that, but you're also celebrating 3 years of marriage. As a couple who's in such a busy, demanding industry, how do you guys make it work?
I don't even know where the time went. That was quick.
That was quick, 3 years, and then we have a 2-year-old baby. So balance is something that we are still learning. Some days are good, some days are bad, but you know.
Yeah, we newlyweds, you know. We still got a lot of learning to do, but we are getting through. And this month we did some good things. You know, I got my painting for her from the celebrity artists, and she did a massage for me, and we already in it.
And dinner, I cooked a full 5-course
Oh yeah,
meal
5-course
with
dinner,
wine
and
pairings.
there's a lot going on already in February for us, and I'm not sure exactly what I can come up with for the 40th.
So if you guys need some great gift suggestions, they already gave us some. However, I always see you guys together performing on stage. What is that like to collaborate with your spouse all the time?
Well, you guys have to remember, Dyson and I started out as bandmates and as music partners. So on stage with us, it's effortless. It's you know, it's just natural. It really feels good, and it's really just having my best friend on stage, my best music partner, and I love it.
That wasn't the whole truth. We kind of started as secret lovers, but that's a story for a different time. This is a beautiful love story. You know, it's going well.
Okay, so you guys are performing a special song for us today. What is that inspired by?
Well, it's on a rhythm, so it's 2 different songs that we mashed up together, you know, like our lives. And hers is called In Front of You, and mine is called Slave to Your Body. And it's
on the Sapodilla rhythm, produced by Freddie Got Sticks and Leonardo Sniper Rogers. Shout out to Fort Up Court, our production company. And both songs are about love and sensuality and all of that good stuff.
Well,
keeping the fire going.
The month of love with Dyson and Wendy. Take it away.
Thank you.
What you know about it? You make me say, ooh la la. It's Wendy.
Get 'em, babe.
This one not for young, not for green. Step to the side, it's big woman things. All them women who take charge. Grab somebody to whine on. Whine all day, parade through the street. No study, no care about who watching me. Let everybody know this real woman at the control. I done find me a man now. I done make him understand that what I want right now is a good, good one, and it's job to make me say ooh. When I whine in front of ya, when I whine in front of ya, you make me say ooh la la. I could feel this way. When I whine in front of ya, when I whine in front of ya, I want you grip it, lock it, stick it, stab it, chuck it, jab it. You know how I like it. When I whine in front, when I whine in front, and I could tick it, tuck it, tip it, drop it, roll it, hold it, bubble and through it. When I whine in front,
I want you to know that your wine is everything, and I'm doing anything, girl, just to have you close to me. I want you to know that take over my mind. Oh, when you give me a rewind, I get captured every time. Cause no girl pop that body like you do. It's like you make your bumper work voodoo. You cooking up a motion with your body, motion, and I'm drinking every drop you brew. Oh, when you bubble on it, bubble on it, bubble on it, baby, you in charge of me. Rub up on it, rub up on it, rub up on it. You taking full control of me. Ooh, girl, oh, when you bubble on it, bubble on it, bubble on it, baby, you in charge of me. Rock it up and rub up on it, rub up on it, rub up on it. I'ma call you boss lady. See, I'm a slave to your wine, baby. You could get anything you want from me. No matter what I do, I can't break free. Cause I'm a slave to your body. Yeah, I'm a slave to your wine. You could get anything you want from me. No matter what I do, I can't break free. Cause I'm a slave to your body.
And I can take it, knock it, stick it, stab it, chip it, chop it. You know how I like it. When I want it from the when I want it from the and I can tick it, tuck it, dip it, drop it, roll it, pull it, bubble dance your way. When I want it from, when I want it from
to your wine, anytime. That's mine, yeah. Slave to your body. To your wine.
Well, Fisher, that was a good performance there by Wendy and Dyson Knight on this Valentine's, well, pre-Valentine's morning.
And that song just caught me, because for the last week, my wife didn't call me baby for a whole year. Now all of a sudden, baby, they decided to tell her yesterday, you getting me scared? Why you calling me baby?
She wants a special gift for Valentine's
I know that
Day.
was the trick behind it, but that ain't gonna work. But we're gonna get ready to cut this cake now.
From Lena, special sweet treats. She's not my cousin.
Now everybody, this is for the morning edition crew. Oh, I cut through the strawberry.
Wow. That's a big strawberry too. Wow. Lena's sweet treats. Awesome cake.
I think
that's cheesecake.
Cheesecake, wow.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Happy Valentine.
Thank you so much, Fisher. That's good. That is good. Fisher, this is good compared to the expired spaghetti that you gave me for Valentine's Day. I'm sure I'm going to share it with Ashley. I'm going to share this with Lloyd. Charlene will probably have some of this for breakfast. That ramen noodles as well with some good old hot sauce.
You could put, we gave you some penny, you could put the extra $1.50 and get yourself a up-to-date can with the pennies we bought you.
This cake is really, really good, Fisher. You need to try it.
So, happy Valentine, everybody out there. We're going to enjoy this cake here this morning. Had a good time bringing you this show. And we're looking forward to next week.
I just want to eat. I'm sorry. This cake is really
good. I can't eat. I'm watching my diet. But all the crew, Vince Gator, Jonathan Benson, Agatha, Teron, Charlene, Ashley, Antoinette, Lloyd, everybody come and enjoy the cake. It's all about the morning edition. Thanks for watching, everybody.